Hey everybody, Ruin the Gaming Dad from the Arc Trade Federation, and today we're going over Community Crunch number 456, and as you can see, we've got a Griffin reveal and a little bit more. So obviously Ragnarok comes out on June 2nd, and it adds the Griffin, but with a twist. So they've been fast, fierce, fan favorite Griffins, all the good stuff. With the arrival of Ragnarok Ascended, they are finally making the Griffins breedable, which is fantastic. So some of the best news we've had in a while for our Survival Ascended in Ragnarok, for one. Obviously, Ragnarok's a beloved map, and the Griffin is a great creature to have, but the fact that they weren't breedable for so long was ridiculous. So now you can imprint them the whole bit, so I expect to see a lot of cool stuff with the Griffins going forward. So the rest of the crunch is kind of boring a little bit, except for some servers going away. If there's a lot of PvP and PvE servers, especially on Scorched, so I think it follows the same path as Ark Survival Evolved, as these Scorched servers tend to go away after a while. So if you play on Official and your server's a part of this list, time to think about a move. So there's some other stuff I want to get into as we finish this Community Crunch up. There's not a ton except for the Breedable Griffins, which I think is fantastic, but I do want to rewind a little bit. So if you go back to last week's Crunch, they talk about the Bison reveal, which I think is going to be pretty cool. So not only do we get Breedable Griffins on Ragnarok, but we get this new Bison. But and again, that Crunch didn't have a whole lot to it. We were still talking about the excellent adventure on Official, which is pretty cool, but I want to go back a little bit, and I want to go back right here to Community Crunch 451. So this was a while back, but if you look here, we're talking about the Unreal 5.5 upgrade. So it has been said that this map right here, let me zoom it in so we can talk more about this stuff, that Ragnarok was going to be in Unreal Engine 5.5. In order for Ragnarok to come out, we've got to get some of these engine upgrades done. So they're targeting a launch somewhere between April 15th and May 15th. At the recording of this video, it's May 2nd. So we've got just a month until the Ragnarok launch, as well as the Lost Colony pre-order that's coming out as well. What I'm excited for is all these things with the patch where it talks about performance updates, all that good stuff. And there was some talk on the Discords earlier this week that yes, they're still working on some of this stuff, but the part that I find interesting is Ragnarok, which is being developed in a 5.5 version of the engine, as well as Valkyro and Lost Colony, and then they're going to go back and try to fix some of the old maps in UE 5.5. So I think that the crunch is on, no pun intended, for Wildcard to get this engine upgrade baked and delivered to all of us, because of the fact we won't be able to get that until they're done with this 5.5 upgrade. Again, it's going to be very interesting to see as we move along with Ragnarok, Valkyro, and Lost Colony that are in this kind of new version of the game where, things are better, if in fact the gameplay is going to be a lot better. So again, I think the next couple weeks are going to be very interesting. Obviously, the news of the day is that the Griffin's going to be breedable, which I think is fantastic. There's also more Astraeus updates coming out as well. So there's a ton of things going on, and I just want to go back and take a peek. I know that there are some Astraeus updates coming as well, and that was a couple weeks ago. And that is coming in June as well. So when you think about the next 3 to 4 weeks, I think there's a lot of people going to be working a lot of overtime at Wildcard, Nakatis. This whole group of people has got to be just Burning the Midnight Oil. So, because there's a lot of cool stuff coming for Astraeos. It's a great map. That's where we play unofficial. Feel free to come join us, but that's our map of choice with all the stuff there. But add snow owls, all that cool stuff. But when you look at the Griffin, the Bison, the Astraeos update, the UE 5.5 upgrade, all that stuff is supposed to happen within the matter of a month. And if history tells us anything, Studio Wildcard and doing things on time has not always been synonymous. So we got a very tense kind of 30 days to go here to see if we can get this map in UE 5.5 given to us with the Bison, with the Breedable Griffins, and do we get the major update on Astraeos. So again, ton of stuff coming. I'm excited if it all works out. I think it's going to be fantastic, and I can't wait to see some of these things where they talk about just the performance upgrades and rendering load times, all that stuff. I hope that this is worth it. So I know that there's a lot of talk about the mods, and will the mods work, and is it going to be a thing, and it's going to crash all the mods, it's going to be a problem. Lord knows that's may happen, but all of these things are something I'm looking forward to just to make the game look better, make it perform better, because it hasn't performed the greatest since its launch. So hopefully we get all that within the next month. So just wanted to say thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a like and consider subscribing to the channel. We greatly appreciate it. We'll see you all on the next video.